Hello, Cancer. So here is your reading. First up, you have the King of Cups. Next up, Ace of Swords. Then the Knight of Cups. And in your reverse position, you have the Four of Wands. Okay, so I definitely feel I really think you're moving, you're changing things up because I think this King of Cups, to me, this reading represents this King of Cups. I think you have somebody that's really emotionally there for you. And the King of Cups, he's very in tune with his emotions. He's not controlled by them. He's very, very good at being sympathetic and empathetic to other people. But he's not controlled or swayed by his feelings. He has really great control over them. And I just feel like this character, whoever this person is somebody's in your life that actually is very who represents this King of Cups energy, and maybe they're almost like, I don't want to say helping you through something, but I feel like you're going through something a little bit emotionally, and I think this person is actually going to help you through this process, or because of this person now you're being able to move forward or do something that you wanted or change something, because the Ace of Swords represents like new ways of thinking. It's kind of changing your mind. It can be a little bit sudden. It's an idea. It's some type of thought, clarity. All of a sudden you have a revelation. It could indicate like communication. You've learned something. It's like a breakthrough. You're having some type of idea or realization, and I think you're headed towards this Knight of Cups, which is actually, it represents like, it could represent a romantic lover. And considering you have this reversed, we'll get into that in a second. This could represent somebody new, like a romantic interest coming in. But I think this also could be that you could also be moving forward with a dream, but it's something that you are emotionally involved in, or some like passion project, because the cups are all about emotions and kind of like this like love and passion, or some type of like that emotional connection, that strong connection to things. But so this really could represent that maybe with the help of somebody, you're changing your mind, and then now maybe you're deciding to go in a new direction. Now, here's the thing. So this in reverse, this could indicate that you've achieved something, you've have some kind of milestone, but you're keeping it to yourself. Or it also can indicate that there's a little bit of disharmony within the family unit. So I'm wondering, I'm not saying you're breaking up with somebody, Cancer. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. But I'm just saying for some people, this could be like you might have a friend figure, like a friend or somebody that's helping you through. Maybe you're not happy in your current relationship. You have kind of this supportive figure that the shoulder you're crying on, or somebody that's supporting you. You might realize that this is not working out, whatever this situation might be, and then you might want to be going into a new direction. Emotionally, you're going into a new direction, you're transitioning. So I definitely think that this could represent like a current relationship, but this could also represent anything, because the cups, like I said before, are all about our emotions. So this really could be anything that you're emotionally invested in. And I feel like it's something, because this is a little bit more about like family and home. I think that this could be something that you're invested in more or less like within the family unit, or within something that affects your family, or something to do with kind of like family in a sense, but in emotional ties in some way. So I do think you have support, and this support could represent your family. I think you have support, but something's changing. You have a new way of thinking. New thoughts are coming into your head. You've decided you're changing something. You got these thoughts, and then I think either you're going to be moving towards something new that is kind of like emotionally, like has that emotional tie to you, or it could be something you're deciding you're going to go pursue a different person or something along that lines. But let's continue. Let's get your little oracles. So you have white carnation, and this says devotion. Be true and pure in the thoughts and deed. Be true and pure in thought and deed. So that's very interesting. So I think considering devotion is usually something you are obviously devoted to. It's something that you are consistent with or has that loyalty. And I think Be true and pure in thought and deed. I really feel like this is kind of represents the Ace of Swords here, where you might have to be true to yourself, your thoughts and your actions. You have to stay true with this transition. I think whatever this is, I feel like this is something that's going to be better for you. And that's not a bad thing. But sometimes people have problems, I don't want to say being true to themselves, but sometimes people put other people ahead of their own interests or their selves. And sometimes that's definitely a selfless action, obviously, and that's wonderful. But sometimes you kind of get, I don't want to say bogged down, but sometimes you're not, if you always do it, then you lose yourself in a sense. And sometimes you just have to kind of stand up for yourself a little bit. And maybe this situation here could be that you might need to just stand up for yourself. And if it does have something to do with the family and you're making a change, or you're going in a new direction, whatever that might be, I definitely think you have somebody in your corner. I think you have support. I just think this is something you need to do for yourself. And I think it's going to give you emotional fulfillment. I think you're going to be happy. So, okay, let's continue. Next up, then your little angel, your Archangel card, you have Archangel Aurora. Welcome new beginnings. Let the sun shine in your life. And I definitely think that this here is like some kind of new beginning for you. And I definitely think with the Knight of Cups, I definitely think it's going to be something that you're really going to be happy with. But anytime you try something new, there's always some kind of drama, or there's always problems. So maybe this new thing could be causing this, if this is relating to family or those around you, friends, kind of a little bit of a discontentment, a little bit of, not drama in a sense, but a little bit of like, that people get that moment that they give you that look, disapproving look. It could be because you realize you need to have a new beginning of some sort. And sometimes that's rough for people. And it's, occasionally it's better for you, but other people, they might not quite be on board yet because they don't really understand it or whatever it is, but they'll come around. This is saying, so you have to have the new beginnings. And then next up you have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And considering that you have cups here, and this could represent new love. So this could be something like a new love coming in, and maybe your family is a little bit like, oh, we don't really like this person or something. Maybe they're a little bit different than the people that you've dated in the past. But I definitely think it would bring you happiness, or this could be something that you're working on a passion project, or you decided you're going to change something about yourself because it's going to make you feel better. And I feel like this is saying that, you know what, it's good. It's good. And especially with the new beginnings and everything and being true to yourself. I definitely think this is something that's going to be good for you, whatever this thing is, because everybody's different. But okay, now continuing. Next up, you have everything you want is on the other side of fear, which I think is so appropriate. And then you also had two of these came out for you. If you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. So I really think that this reading is really trying to say that this, whatever breakthrough, whatever new thought you're having, I think this direction might be a little bit new for you. So sometimes, we get scared. We're like, I don't know. What are people going to think? What's going to happen? You're never going to really find out unless you try. So, and sometimes we get in our minds, we get super scared of something. There's like the boogeyman that never comes. Like, we are our own boogeyman. I do that all the time. I get like super stressed out about something, and then it like never transpires to that. And I'm like, what was I thinking? Why was I so worried about it? But sometimes it actually blocks me from actually going forward or doing something. And then when I do it, I'm like, oh, that wasn't that bad. I should have done this a long time ago. Why did I wait so long? Because my brain gets all, ridiculous. So I think this is saying that if you're scared to make this change, or you're scared, you're not sure how it's going to go forward, just one step at a time. Sometimes we can't see the whole path. We only can see the next, it's like the GPS. It tells you one step at a time. It tells you, okay, turn right on this street. You don't necessarily see the whole, it's not telling you every single step. Okay, you're going to turn right on this street. You're going to turn left. Like when it's talking to you, when you're in the car and it's talking to you, it's not going to tell you every single thing, because if you accidentally turn on the wrong street, well, then it's going to be like, okay, well, now you got to turn left on this street because we got to get back to this street, or we got to go this way now. But it's one step at a time. So this could also be saying, like, don't get ahead of yourself, just one step at a time. Don't just, it's going to be okay. I think you got to just don't be afraid. And if you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. I really think you are doing something different here. You have all these cards that came out for you about some kind of new beginning and change. So, and I think this fear could be indicating, like, if this is the family unit here, if this is representing some kind of friends or family for you, I think you could, sometimes you were afraid of disappointing people, but honestly, I really think sometimes you have to be true to yourself and you have to know what is right for you. And I think people come around. They might be a little bit like, oh, in the beginning, but then they'll be like, oh yeah, that was a great idea, Johnny. That was great. Good job. So it's going to be okay. And then this, if you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. I feel that you're going to be making progress. And I think something could be really beneficial for you, but you just have to let go. And I think this is this Ace of Swords moment is like you kind of realizing that you might need to let go of something because something is better for you. So I definitely think that's so appropriate for this reading. Then you have a Zerite, get laser focused. So whatever you're doing, you just need to commit to it and you need to decide on it and just do it. Okay, so then think of a question for the Magic 8 Ball. We'll get to that in a second. But first, we shall ask Cancers, what spirit of the dish shall be with you guys in the upcoming week? The age-old question. All of this is meaningless. This is what you've come here for. Okay, let's see. You got the trio, which is the BLT, the bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. So there you go. The spirit of the trio shall be with you in the upcoming week. And then for those that are curious about what dinner and a movie does the spirits recommend you to watch next week or have, we will answer that too. Okay, what dinner and a movie for my Cancers? Ooh, you got drama and Chinese, which, okay, let's be honest here. Depending on what this little family thing, this little family like squabble might be, you might have some drama anyway, so you might add some Chinese to that drama. So there you go. So you got drama and Chinese. But I don't think this is going to be anything super major. I really think that this is going to be maybe a little bit of oh, what do you want to do now? But I don't think it's anything. I definitely think you have a support system because I really feel this King of Cups is like representing this support system that you do have. And sometimes the support system doesn't quite understand everything all the time. But I think this is going to definitely lead to something really good for you. So, and especially because you have all these cards about kind of moving forward and don't be afraid. And just don't let things weigh you down. I think this is really gonna be good for you, whatever this represents for you. So, okay, so let's get your little numbers and letters. Okay, so you got H, G, I, Y, 2 and 8. And your little stones. Oh, you got 2 that came out, so I'm going to take them both. They both stuck to my hand. So you have faith and health. Oh, see, I think you have to have faith in yourself. I really feel with this, I really believe we have spirit guides. I really believe we actually have spirit teams, like a whole team. I think some of us really need a team. We need to be babysat every second of the day. I feel like I need to have somebody kind of babysitting me. We can't have anybody taking any breaks or I'll wind up getting into something. So you have faith. And I think, to me, this is saying you need to have faith in yourself. I think you need to have faith that whatever this is going to work out. Sometimes you have to just feel like, okay, whatever I'm doing here, whatever I'm making changes, not only do I have faith in myself, I can do this, but also sometimes it's comforting to feel that you have somebody in the great beyond who's helping you out and has your back. And I do believe that, especially with this reading, you have so many positive cards about this change. I definitely think it's really signifying that. And also you have health. So this change could be something about your health, or this change could, to me, this also could say that whatever this is going to be beneficial because health could be also emotional health. It doesn't necessarily have to be just physical health, but it could be something that emotionally it's going to be healthier for you, or you'll be happier, because health, happiness is all with the health, So I think this is saying that you'll be a little bit happier too, or emotionally, physically, whatever this could be, it might be good for you in the health department. So that is fantastic. Okay, so also, where am I? Okay. I lost myself for a moment. Okay, Cancers. Think of your question. Here we go. We're going to ask the magic 8 ball. Okay, here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8 ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Cancer's upcoming week's question? It says, yes, definitely. So there you go, guys. The 8 ball has spoken. It's a yes. It's a go. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.